Hey y'all, it's Kandron of Black and Curious, and I am back with another solo video all about one of my absolute favorite things, the Real Real. I just love the Real Real. I started shopping on the Real Real, I think maybe 4 years ago or so. But I think I mentioned in a previous video, I'm a little bit self-conscious about my feet. So I was finding that everything in the stores was like super strappy and like just in a way that I was not comfortable with. Enter the Real Real. I went up there and I realized I could get good quality, nice leather shoes for the same price as what some of the brands go for retail. Like, literally, you can go in Macy's and buy a, Style and Co. or a Steve Madden or something like that. If you buy that retail, that's what, 120. And I was able to find things on the Real Real for 150. So, and it's designer, well made, good leather, good quality, and it just seemed like at that point in my life a complete no-brainer. Um I will tell you that the prices have gone up on the Real Real just a hair. So you can't find deals quite as good as the initial ones I was finding. And also they did a lot of more promotions when I first started on the Real Real. And they do fewer promotions now. However, you can still find incredible deals. I'm going to go through my entire collection of things I've purchased from the Real Real in another video. But for now, I'm just going to share with you a little bit about my shopping process on the Real Real and share some of my tips for how I am able to search and find really good, solid deals on the Real Real. All right, so you should be seeing me pop up my screen. Okay. So in general, I have about 3 categories or 3 ways that I tend to search, right? The 3 categories are things that I am in search of, which I actually advise against. We'll come back to that. My favorite brands, things that I've purchased before that I like the fit of, and I would like to have more of those brands. And then I do like a general all merchandise sort of search. So few tips in each category first before we get to the screen. Actually, I should move over a little bit. Let's go that way so you'll see the screen over here. Okay, so in search of, I don't recommend doing this. I am notorious for finding something that I love, that I want, that I enjoy, and then I'm on the Real Real for like 2 years trying to find the thing. Okay? Not good. You don't want to live like that. Don't be like me, okay? I find something I'm attached to and I can't let go of it. And actually, I guess I can share with you the thing that I'm most attached to right now, and the reason I'm checking the Real Real every 32 seconds today, as well as other resale sites like Tradesy, Vestiaire Collective, and Poshmark as well. I've already done a video on Poshmark, but I search Poshmark pretty readily for this thing as well. And it is these Altazara sandals. Now, let me tell you the backstory for the sandals, okay? That I'm very annoyed about. There's 2 pairs. This is the one I really want with the stuff. So if you see this sandal out in the wild in 7.5 or 8, please give me a holler, drop down in the comments and let me know where it is so I can go buy it and be done with it. So there's this sandal, and then its sister, cousin. I like a little netted look, this guy. Okay, so this is like a blogger staple, but they're just my style of like that netted cagey thing. But again, it's the Real Real, and this is resale. I will tell you another quick hint. They say it's resale, but I know that a lot of stores are doing liquidation through the Real Real, so a lot of the things that I've purchased from them have actually been brand new. Some things have even been brand new in box. Typically, there's a little premium for that. However, well worth it. Well worth it for, you being the only owner, you know? But yeah, typically I get things for 60-70% off of retail at least. So there's that. Then of course, like I said, I shop my favorite brands through them. And then the all category sort of situation is where I find new things. So I think it's really important to keep an all category sort of search in the mix. So let's walk through some of my searches. Oh, those are my purchases, girl. Let's walk through my searches. Okay. Thing about the Real, they're always updating. I know for a fact it's at least twice a day, probably more than that, where they are constantly updating the inventory. So you can pop in there 2 times a day and see completely different inventory. I don't advise that. I don't think it's necessary completely, unless you're looking for something incessantly like I am, because I am an obsessive sort of person. And again, until I get my hands on these shoes, I'm not going to be satisfied. Oh yes, there was a pair that I saw in my size. And while I was making this, well, they weren't in my size. They were half a size too small. I'm a 7.5, 8. These were a 7. So with the cut of the shoe, it probably would have worked. And while I was messing about, trying to make a decision, the girls sold right from under me. And then I was hoping, because that's the other thing, if you save things, you like them, if it comes back in stock, the Real will email you and let you know, hey, this shoe is back in stock. And you can jump on it at that point. That's happened a few times for me. And so I'm praying that that would happen. And of course it did not, because I'm still talking about these shoes because I don't have them. Okay, let's move. All right, so in search of, I told you I'm looking for the Altazara shoes. So I've set up a little search dedicated entirely to Altazara anything. Any size, anything. This is probably not wise. I should probably narrow it down just to kind of, just narrow it a little bit. However, I have found that sometimes it doesn't filter properly. Everything doesn't filter into your searches. So I end up doing also freehand searches. I don't do it for Altazara because there aren't that many, but there was a pair of Giuseppe's that I really wanted. I will show you those actually. There was this pair of Giuseppe's that I really, really wanted. I wanted them in metallic, but they came up in my size and in my, like a flesh tone for me, and they were beautiful. So, but I freehand searched those, and that's how I found them. That was actually, I think, the last thing I bought for the Real World. So these little guys, very pretty, very simple, but like, I really wanted them. And you can see, these are new, brand new. Nobody's worn these. And I think when I've seen them like out in the wild or seen bloggers or whatever vloggers talking about them on YouTube or whatever, they've paid $500 at least, upwards of that, 5 to 8 for this shoe, and I paid $175. So, it's a no-brainer for me. But we'll come. So that was all to say, like, sometimes it doesn't always filter in perfectly. That's why I have literally this search catching everything. So this is an in search of search. Okay, I have another one. I saw Tashira of Politics and Fashion. She was talking about blazers in one of her videos, and she had this perfect blazer, and I haven't found the blazer, but it was by this I'm gonna mispronounce this, but it's called Isabel Marant brand. Like, it's, I guess, her Isabel Marant's diffusion line. And I realized that they have really nice blazers. So I set up an in search of search for, blazers by Isabel Marant. And I actually did purchase one that I really, really like. And I want another one. I want the same blazer that I have. I'll show it to you in black. Yeah, this guy. I waited until it went on sale a few times, like 60% off. I did not pay $145 for this, but it's super cute and it looks really cute on me. So that is the in search of category. The second category that I tend to search in is my favorite brands. So I will set up one. I have one for designer favorite clothing. So there are certain brands that I just know I like. I like their DNA. I like their color schemes, their patterns, and just like the cool things that they do. Even if it's like vintage stuff, if there's vintage stuff, I will add them to this search. So my designer faves, and you can always, that's the thing, when I'm watching people's videos or I'm seeing things out in the wild or whatever, I will just go in and pop in additional brands right there in there. So I want like a Burberry trench coat. I have Cushney is in there, even though Cushney is no longer in business, but I really love that brand. I love how sleek and stylish they are. Dries Van Noort and Van Noten. And then there's like, the girls, the dolls, the Fendis, the Pradas, the Gucci's, whatever. And then I just kind of go through this. I check it a few times. There's the Isabel Marant brand again. And I just check it periodically. I don't check this one every day because I don't really care. I'm not in the spirit of buying a bunch of clothes off the real. I don't really do that. I more do the shoes unless there's a specific thing I'm looking for. But anyways, I do keep a clothing search, for those reasons. The same things, I have a shoe search, same thing, some of the same brands or brands that I like that I know fit my foot well. I will, set up a search or throw them in the search that I'm already running. And then this one's kind of a hybrid, designer and in search of. So if there's something I'm in search of, I will throw it also in this search because it's just a little bit more narrow. It's more narrow than the general search, which is going to throw in some of everything, which I'm not particularly interested in. And then I have, price points. So I have a contemporary search versus a designer search, but we'll get into that. So then number three, an all category search. So like all shoes that are of a certain budget range, all jackets, all suits when I was looking for employment, all sunglasses. So I should have started really with that one because that's the general search that catches everything. And I love that search because those are brands that I wouldn't necessarily be looking for, but they have things that I have really tended to love. So I have, like, for instance, you'll see I have a favorite sunglasses search. So with the girls, my favorite sunglasses that I own is a pair of Fendi sunglasses that I got from TJ Maxx actually, and I absolutely adore them. So, and there's been other Fendi sunglasses that I've seen other people have, and I'm just like, those are gorgeous. I love those. Another one of my favorites is a pair of Saint Laurent glasses that I got from Off Fifth, Saks Off Fifth. Absolutely love them. Absolutely stunning. Perfect. So I threw that. Once I found those glasses, I was like, oh, I want to see more. So I threw those into my favorite sunglasses section. I don't know that I have any Prada sunglasses, but there was a pair that I really wanted, and that's why I threw them in here that I saw in Sunglass Hut. And I actually bought them, and they got here, and they were kind of, lackluster. So, they didn't do it for me in person. They were fine, but they didn't do it for me. And they were a little bit scratchier than I had anticipated, so I sent them back. But yeah, you can see I have suits, have handbags. I'm currently looking for a Fendi baguette. So we'll come back to that. I'm currently looking for a Fendi baguette. So, we see that there's Fendi in here, there's Gucci, but there's also brands that I didn't put in here. I would never search for Pro Enza Schooler bags because I think they're kind of, they're not really what I'm looking for or really my style. So, but it's nice to have those things. So I'll come back over here and show you some things. And again, I'm going to do a whole video dedicated only to the things that I've purchased from the Real. But these I found in that search. These Sergio Rossi beautiful shoes. Again, brand new. But I found them in that general search. I would have never been searching for Sergio Rossi, but I love these. These are me through and through. They're my favorite colors. That green color, everybody knows it. I have it everywhere. I have it in my home. my coworkers used to tease me because like everything I brought into the office was this color. Like I love this green limey sort of color. So these are something that I wouldn't have found because I wouldn't have been looking for it. So that's why I like to have, those general searches set up also. Then finally, I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video, but this is sort of a bonus, if you will. A bonus is I do like to still freehand search. Even if these categories are in, if these designers are in certain categories, the algorithm, I don't know how it works, to be completely honest with you, but I know that it doesn't catch everything. I told you guys about the Giuseppes. So I have a list of searches, and the good thing about the Real is they will have all your recent searches. Like all you have to do is click on that little magnifying glass and all of your recent searches will come right up. So you don't have to like keep typing in the same stuff over and over again. You just have to like reopen it. So I told you I was looking for a Fendi baguette, so I just have that. I thought I added Zuka to that because I want a Zuka print one. I honestly want kind of a vintagey one, but that's what I'm looking for. That's like high on my wish list. Manolo Blahniks, I just think they have the most beautiful pumps. So, and I love pumps. I love pumps. Again, it could be a feet sensitivity thing, but I think they always just look so chic. And I think that's more of my style. I'm not super edgy. Like that's not my zhuzh, but I like very chic, simple, straight lines, but just well done. So I have a search set up for Manolos. And they always have fun colors too. And a lot of times you can find Manolos for the low here. For the low and brand new. Those have been worn. But, they have different patterns, different colors, and you can just find them for the low. Brand new. What else do I have in here? I have Aqua Zaras in addition to Altu Zara. There's like a Loeffler Randall pair of sandals that everybody had that I just love. And I used to see them on the Real a lot, but I think it's slowed down a little bit. The season is changing too, so it could be that people are probably going to get rid of them at the end of the season. So I'm still on the look for those. And then I told y'all about the Giuseppes again. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy. I can show you really quick how to create a search. It's very simple. I'm going to do the Manolo search just because I'm probably going to delete it after because I don't want to clutter up my searches with a bunch of stuff, but I'll show you for the use of example. So you just click on create a saved search. You go to categories and you can select there what you're looking for. For me, I'll say women. Well, no, I won't click on all women because I don't want everything in my damn search. I'm going to click on shoes. Okay. Reduce that down. Then I'm going to click on shoe sizes and just click on my 7.5, 8. And then I will go to designers. And you can put as many designers in here as you want. So I'm going to just put Manolo Blahnik. And then if I was looking for a certain color or what have you, I could specify that, but I'm not. I'm just going to open up a general search preview. And there it is. It's that simple to like set up your own searches on the Real and find exactly what it is that you're looking for. Well, not exactly what you're looking for, but because again, this is resale for the most part. So the sizes are going to be sparse and you may have to do a little finessing and finagling on fit, to be honest. But that's it. And I've spent a lot more money than I care to admit on the Real. And I love it. And I'm going to keep spending money with them because why not? And it's a good value for me. It's a good value. So anyways, if you're looking for anything in particular, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear about your designer favorites. If you shop on the Real, please let me know below. And that's it. If you find this helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will talk to you again very soon. Take care. Bye, y'all.